Hey everyone, it's me, Cute83,
and the Reluctant Reviewer.
and today we are here with a gaggle of giggles. So, if you keep up with the blog, you will realize that Estrela, a Brazilian toy company, was doing an 80th anniversary release of their Gui Gui. Gui Gui was popular in the United States under the Ideal brand as Giggles, and then in Brazil she was produced by Estrela under Gui Gui. And for the 80th anniversary, Estrela decided to bring back some of their old classic toys for release. And of course, my mother loves Giggles and
I love Giggles.
was like, I need this release, I really want this release.
How do I get it? Come on, look at it, it's a Giggles in a box, brand new. I've loved Giggles since Christmas of 1967, so you might see a picture of me in 1967 holding my Giggles. It's not really a very clear picture, but it is from 1967 and she's in it.
And she has loved her ever since.
Yes. Until my mommy made me grow up.
And sell them.
And then realized that the people that bought them were old ladies because they had a doll store. And then said, why did I do that? Look at that, those old ladies play with dolls.
I wrote about it on the blog, I asked for some help, and a reader very kindly reached out and said she would try to help us get one of these for the collection. So here she is. This is the Estrela 80th anniversary re-release of Gui Gui, Giggles. And it's so cool. What do you think of it? It's your collection.
I adore her because she's just, there's subtle differences on her, but she's Giggles. She's still Giggles. As far as the Estrela company, Ideal asked them to do other dolls for their Brazilian market. They did dolls that were comparable to Kissy, Patty Playpal, and Chrissy. They also did, what did they do? Oh, they did G.I. Joes, they did Strawberry Shortcakes, they did things from Mattel, from Ideal, games from Hasbro, games from Parker Brothers, and under the Estrela name. So everything's just a little bit different.
They're like the toy company for Brazil.
Right. As far as Giggles, she was manufactured, Gui Gui, from 68 to 1979. That's a long time. I mean, we probably had her from 67 and then product that's on the shelf still to 68. We didn't have Giggles for a long time.
Not for 9 years.
And they made 2 or 3 kinds of dolls for each year. Different outfits, some little variation in their hair and their eye color. And then they stopped in 79, and then in 1984, they came out in that year and made another one just for 1 year.
Yeah.
With 3 more models of it. So you can have a whole collection in Brazil of Gui Gui, of Giggles.
Yeah, this reproduction is the 1984 version of Gui Gui, so that is what it's modeled after. And I think it's really cool that this line stayed alive so long in their country. It's just very neat. So what are some of the differences with this reproduction Gui Gui versus some of the beautiful Giggles here that were part of the US release, you ask? Obviously the hair was a huge difference. A lot of Estrelas had bigger hair than the US releases of Giggles. Where
lots of waves, lots of curls. But the one noticeable difference is they really go on the lower line of the mold for the lip. And ours stays real slim on the lip. And then as far as hair rooting,
there's a lot more plugs on these guys than there are on this.
A lot more holes.
Yeah, exactly. So like, it's kind of like if you've ever tried to reroot a vintage Barbie versus like a contemporary Barbie, and you're like, how did they get this style in with no hair plugs on the vintage Barbie? That's how this is. There's like a lot, there are rows, but there's a lot of space between the rows of hair plugs, which is very strange. These guys have a lot more. So if you're rerouting one of these, it takes a lot of work. This one wouldn't take as much work.
Also, their eyebrows are darker on the Estrela. Let's see. Well, I like glasses on dolls. Sorry. These are really thinner and lighter.
These are darker, like a dark chocolate brown sort of color. And her eyes are different colors. So Estrelas are known for having brighter eyes. So this girl has like blue eyes. These guys have more grayish eyes. But Estrelas are known for having like brighter eyes that stand out when compared to one of these Giggles.
And as far as skin tone, she's more peachier. These guys
She is.
are a lot lighter, but you still got her cute little dimples.
Yeah, I think that's a nice part. Is it's not like a totally different mold. It's the same mold. And she giggles.
And she came with these shoes. I took them off because usually my Giggles don't have shoes on. But when you do put these on, it just like tilts her more to the side. You put her leg down, so that probably helps her flirty eyes stay on that side. So I'm thinking that's why they did it. But the original ones in the early days, they did come with the sandals, like the original Giggles did come. So if you put her, then she tilts more to her side. Because you know, if you have them like right in the middle, then sometimes their eyes are just like
they get a little
like that. Yeah,
strange.
crazy eyes. But that's what I love about Giggles. I love the face sculpt on Giggles.
It's just so cute, like her little chubby cheeks and her dimples.
So let's see.
It's a very cute face mold.
We'll look at you first.
That is a reroute that I did. And it has old bubblegum nylon hair from Dolly hair.
When you say old bubblegum hair,
I think there were two versions of bubblegum.
she actually kind of works a little bit. She might just stop working after we're done with this.
And the outfit's Sophia's 18-inch doll clothing.
Giggles, when you find them at shows, they tend to have, like, right where their neckline is, sometimes it's ragged because it just kind of breaks off from her head going back and forth, I think. Yeah, that's why.
Oh.
So you might
Strange.
notice them that way. But this is a reroute, and sometimes she does crazy eyes.
Yeah. And if you are planning on rerouting one of these, just know that it's a pain in the neck to take the body apart and then put the head back on. And
It's not
hope she
hard
does
to take
everything.
the head off. It's a pain in the neck to get it back on.
Yeah, to like get this thing off.
I've nearly cried trying to put their head back on. There's got to be an easier way, and I'm just not doing it. And there is a repair page, and we're going to put the website somebody had put online about it.
Yeah, so you can make them giggle again. How do they giggle? They giggle with a balloon, right?
No, it's like a piece of a balloon, and then the air moves it, and then it makes that noise. Some people, when they repair it, they try to use a grocery bag, the plastic grocery bag, but it doesn't quite make the same sound.
Yeah, that would sound weird.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be like shh, shh?
Well, I've never heard one, and I've never gotten to the point where I thought to try the thing in there. Okay, so then we've
So
got...
that's her. And then this is this one with, what do I call it? Dark chocolate hair, one of those. It has a real name. But it's also nylon hair, also a reroute.
And this is her original outfit, which always gets stuck up there. I don't remember if you talk anymore. No.
No, she just goes back and forth.
She has you can hear her moving in there,
It's trying.
but her balloon's probably broken. These are original sandals. I got her at a show, and she came with this one. It was buy two of them for the price of one.
She has her like California Gidget sort of hair going on, like lay at the beach.
Yeah, she does. Actually, she does. You're right. But she doesn't sound anymore either. They do all show the teeth, but you can see her line of lips is really low on the. It's just a little thin on the bottom lip.
To me, it's like the lip color.
Because
which
these
is
are more like
whoa.
coral. These are coral, and this is red.
That's red. This is my reroute. This is a Giggles I got at a show, and she has dragonfly hair, which is a weird mixture of greenish, bluish sort of tones, depending on what your eye picks up more. Sometimes people are like, no, that's so green, and then in certain lights, it's very blue. It's just an amazing color. So it's dragonfly nylon hair. It's just her neck that has that weird little crack thing going on, but I think she just looks super cute.
Plus, you matched her outfit and everything, and it looks adorable.
And the glasses are from my twin, so they ended up going on this girl because why not?
And this is another one that we didn't touch her hair. This is her sister, but her eyes she wears glasses because she really needs glasses. Her eyes were all clouded over, and there was nothing that I could do to fix them, so I tried to paint them. I mean, if you look far away, it's not so bad, and she actually makes a noise too. See? but her eyes were pretty much blind. They were like clouded over white gunk. So I tried.
I tried to fix them before painting them. It just didn't.
Yeah, it didn't work. I didn't know how to get the eyes out of there and do anything, but she does work. So
Yeah.
actually, you both work together. See.
So cute.
And I made her brown eyes.
Cause why not? If
Why
you're
not?
gonna paint them.
If I'm going to paint them, I might as well make up something different. That's right, exactly. It is 2 pieces. This is a vest, and then this part is 1 piece. It has Velcro on the back, so you can take it off and just have the one part on there. Where's her voice box? Let's see if her voice box is different than the other girls.
This part?
She has underwear. The other
does.
girls did not come with underwear, so belly looks the same,
Yeah, totally looks the same.
even with the same little bend in it.
Interesting. It's like they just saved the molds and were like, we'll take these out again in 20 years, 30 years.
The G.I. Joe, they got the rights to buy the molds, and then they created their own kind of a G.I. Joe using those molds. I did have a little trouble with her leg, getting her to sit, because I think it was just so used to being straight that it didn't want to. And usually on Giggles, you'll have like loosey-goosey legs on them.
Yeah.
So this one took a little bit more to do it. And she does have a prominent seam line on her legs.
Well, she had to make a long trip from
She
Brazil.
did,
to
I know. I figured
America,
she was in
so
the box getting shooken.
maybe it was the heat. Maybe
Oh,
her
yeah.
legs just needed to be, to work themselves out.
Would you like to work
But
that?
the Estrela Giggles is super cute, and it's an awesome release. So if you're one who's interested in trying to find one of these, you have to find someone that lives in Brazil to order it for you. I checked on their Facebook page and everything, and they will only ship to people in Brazil. Probably something that's, for legal reasons they can't sell it here or outside of their country. So I totally get it, but find your friends within that country, ask them to order directly from the Estrela website, because it is a website exclusive, and then you could get your hands on one of these too.
I need another pair of my twin glasses so they could all have one.
Yeah, totally.
I only have the smaller one, and they
We'll
don't
have to look.
These look good. And as far as clothing, like we said, this is Sophia's.
Sophia's.
And
This is American Girl,
and
so 18-inch.
with the narrow waist, the narrow waist on it. And the leggings usually work pretty good on them.
And yeah, it's just some of the dresses that can be a little baggy. Like the pink one is a little baggy on her, but it's not too
But it
bad.
goes with her hair.
Exactly. And it looks good.
That
I'm
was
not
the
saying
point. It goes with her hair.
It still looks good.
I'm gonna knock your down. How about
fine.
that?
I know what I'm saying. It looks good. It's just a little baggy. It happens on other doll lines all the time too.
So we were lucky we actually got 2 bangs out of it, because I can't remember how I did the bangs, because I dressed the hair up. She reroots it, and then I dress the hair up. So this girl, her bangs just didn't work, which is why she's a side part. And luckily I kind of remembered how to do it. And for the life of me, I couldn't tell you how I did it.
But they turned out awesome.
And
yeah.
as far as their hair color, it's kind of close. This has got a lot more light blonde in it from the original color. But Giggles does have a two-tone kind of hair.
Yeah.
The lighter and the darker, like
she
sand.
does. She has two-tone hair.
She just has a lot of the blonde in the front and more of the darker in
It's
the back.
nice and curly, and it has different layers in it. Just kind of like Giggles straight hair, which has a bunch of layers in it too.
Yeah. So go to a doll show and find a Giggles, because Giggles are really fun, even if they don't giggle anymore and they still move their eyes in their little flirty fashion.
They're so cute. I mean, this is one of the cuter dolls from the 60s and 70s, and I think those people in Brazil were super lucky to have it for
as
so
many
long.
years. Oh, take a look on, just put Gui Gui. Okay. Some people say Gigi, some people say Gui Gui. When I went to look for a translation, it said Gui Gui. So don't tell me that I'm saying it wrong, because they're both ways were out there. But
Google Translate said it was right.
Right, right. So if you just put in her name and then look up images, you can see these wonderful collections that people have, just of like 3 every year that came out, dolls in their line on shelves. They are gorgeous. They're so cute, and they're all Giggles face.
So huge shout out to Virginia. I know we did this in the box opening video, but she was very helpful in getting one of these into the United States for us. So huge shout out to you. Thank you again. And that's it. I guess we will talk to you later, and let us know what you think of Giggles and the Estrela release and everything in the comment area.
Talk
Bye.
to you.